Hello and welcome to the Storm Garden Hedge Fleet. I am Storm the Hedgewolf and it is finally time! Or at least a little bit late because I had the 10th birthday party. But it is finally time!
Hear that right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a death battle!
After months of not having anything, we're finally here.
And it's gonna be a bloodshed, so prepare yourself.
Alright, I also got myself coffee, I got myself a glass of water. We are ready to roll! So yeah, for those who watch this on YouTube later, the original video will be in the description. As always, I always do this. But, just for good old time's sake, just in case if anybody's new to these. Anyways, on with the show.
This battle is sponsored by Manscaped. Omni-Man versus Bardock, the ostracized Viltrumite and the doomed Saiyan. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, first sign, no Wiz and Boomstick.
Omni-Man.
In terms of animated Wiz and Boomstick.
Alongside the Guardians of the Globe,
They're probably getting a new look or something like that, who knows.
Threats. And then, in a single
Maybe
day,
we'll see them, who
it
knows?
all went horribly wrong.
Yep.
Hi, Omni-Man. How, Omni-Man? Who, Omni-Man? Who indeed? Champion of Earth, best-selling author J.K. Simmons, yet it was all a charade, with his murderous rampage only brought to a halt thanks to his own son. It all starts with his home planet, Viltrum, which I hear is a totally lovely utopia through brutal mortal combat with a K. Or wait,
Reminds me of
that came
Outworld.
later. Viltrumites are among the most
Yeah, that came later there, Boomstick.
even more so after they purged the weaker members of their species. As a vanguard of the
They'll be
Viltrumite
writing in both.
Empire, Omni-Man infiltrated Earth as Nolan Grayson, expected to prepare the planet for Imperial assimilation. Which should have been easy, since he's got your classic strongman superpowers and he's basically invulnerable, easily knocking around asteroids the size of Texas. He can fly at unbelievable speeds, soaring from Earth to the planet Thraxa in under 1 week. Thraxa is, quote, a couple galaxies away, give or take, so a minimum of 2 galaxies. Beyond the Milky Way's neighbor Andromeda is the lesser-known Triangulum galaxy.
I could definitely see they upped their
light years away. Reaching it in under
production
1 week,
quality a little bit.
must have flown over 142 million times faster than light. Oh, and Viltrumites can't breathe in space. So
Accelerated healing, flight, heat and cold resistance, inhuman longevity, smart atom physiology, superior fatigue.
Smashing his own son's face in. Think, Nolan, think. Yeah, this is why I'm never having kids.
Mark,
You're
think!
missing out. But
Yes, I had to do the
another
meme.
Viltrumite, Thetis, a bunch of other Viltrumites who actually were in a hurry, flew to Viltrum across the Virgo supercluster in less than 24 hours. That's over 20 billion times faster than light. You don't really need to rush anyway. The older a Viltrumite gets, the slower they age. According to the Invincible handbook, Nolan is over 2,000 years old. And regardless of age, Viltrumites don't suffer muscle fatigue like humans do, so they rarely ever tire out. Seriously? He's got parenting easy mode on, and he couldn't even handle that. I would have killed for that back when my daughter was born. Well, you would have to be a Viltrumite first. A Viltrumite's body contains smart atoms, which they subconsciously manipulate. This cellular structure can effectively recall certain states of being regardless of their present environment, reacting to changes at an atomic level to perform the impossible. Yeah, like surviving your intestines getting ripped out, or even more scary, ripping out your whole beard all at once.
Oh yeah,
Ugh, only a
Ironically,
could pull off something that
the
disturbing.
best voice actor in Transformers history ended up playing that guy.
His smart atoms can adjust to make him even stronger by comparison. This is why Viltrumites are considered invincible. Most weapons in the
Title
universe
card!
can't scratch a Viltrumite like him. Even a ship's cannon like this one can't take down a Viltrumite, and it obliterated a massive solar disk nearly half the size of a star. Speaking of planets, he's strong enough to shatter one by flying straight through it. A planet so big it has a whole ring around it. The Roche limit factor dictates the size a celestial body must be in order to disperse orbiting material as a ring.
Science.
In short, an Earth-sized planet can't support such a ring, meaning this one must be much larger. And don't get me started on how the ring is actually made up of dead bodies because, spoilers? Just go read the comic.
If Roche isn't doing
Yeah!
the planet also supports 5
We don't talk
moons
about
in
that.
its orbit.
We don't talk about that.
The comic is even more brutal than the fucking series. Sure, the series is brutal, but
600 kilometers,
say what you will.
370 miles. Comparing this to the
Again,
planet's
we
diameter,
don't talk about
we
that.
can tell this world is nearly 14 times larger than Earth.
Or it was.
Escaped the black hole, redirected the Texas-sized asteroid, destroyed Viltrum with help.
Omni-Man does have his
Flew
weaknesses.
between galaxies under the week, slaughtered the Guardians of the Globe, can do Fortnite dances with the best of them.
Specific high-pitched frequency.
Invincible, Alan the Alien, and Space Racer. I almost said Speed Racer.
Well,
You
I
guessed
will
it.
admit, it is quite
Fatherhood.
impressive that he managed
Thanks
to
to his
escape
son
the black
Mark,
hole.
Nolan began to re-examine his perspective and his place in the universe. He settled down in a new place, got himself a new job, and even had a new kid with his new wife, who's a bug. The bug lady, he banged a bug.
Why, Omni-Man? How,
Th-
Omni-Man?
Hey, everyone
Hey.
deals with parenting
It's Omni,
stress
man.
in their
We
own
don't
way.
have-
When Nolan was lecturing
I didn't say fiction can be normal.
people are,
I mean, come on. Hell, even D&D is weird.
if you catch my drift.
Nolan Grayson's real mission isn't planetary conquest or saving the innocent. It's to discover if a violent man who can break the world can also be a good father.
Godspeed, Omni-Man.
Godspeed.
Alright, on to Bardock.
In the far reaches of the cosmos,
So far, I think Omni-Man may have this, but again, a lot of people thought Bardock could win. I don't know.
A proud warrior people from the planet Vegeta, ruled by
So we're gonna find out.
King Vegeta.
Yeah, really taking names there, Dragon Ball.
them to the truth of their impending
Real
doom.
clever,
Perhaps
Vegeta.
One Saiyan
Real
represented
clever.
the best of them, even during their waning glory days.
Bardock. He's cool, he's crude, he's got a bad attitude, and if he goes apeshit...
And for me, I don't care who wins this, but the real question for me,
Father of Goku.
did DevilArtemis cook?
Right? What a curveball.
Since
What does that make Turles?
Who?
Ahem. Bardock was a
Since this is the first episode that he animated for this season.
To the Saiyan's true overseer, Lord Frieza.
They didn't just conquer planets, they...
Great.
Bardock, 30 plus years old.
Frieza, uninhabited rocks
It just says 30 plus years.
Bardock was an asshole. Well, until he wasn't.
Bardock's story has evolved over the years, with multiple iterations. to
Guinea, Kakarot, teammates. I didn't have time to read that.
You can
But
rewind it if
only
you want.
one is considered officially canon. Bardock's demeanor began to shift when he met and eventually married
said he hates,
fellow
like,
warrior
time travel
Guinea,
and
and
Frieza
had
and
two
whatnot.
sons, Raditz and Kakarot.
No, Bardock didn't go
Even though I know they're not including Xenoverse logic. Even though he encountered a time-traveling Saiyan
hardcore.
in fucking Xenoverse 2.
Light and was naturally adept in using his ki as an explosive weapon.
So,
AKA shooting lasers from his
where's that hatred for time travel now?
For you, nature. Bardock's moves are all
Great
about
X,
overwhelming
defend,
power.
keep
His
it breaking,
final
top,
spirit
breaking,
cannon
light,
is like a
fire,
key
shoot
powered
away from throwing
bazooka.
hammer.
His
Set my
rebellion
position real quick,
enemies
because my
on contact.
VTuber's being all
His
weird.
rebellion spear basically turns him into a supercharged battering ram. The guy has no chill. He will run you over, break your spine, light you on fire, and then move on to the next guy. All in a day's work for a Saiyan.
Marriage didn't change that. While Bardock cared for Guinea, in fact being one of few Saiyans of his time to actually have a romantic partner, he was still no family man. Like most Saiyans, he saw his sons as nothing more than future soldiers.
Bardock was a low-class warrior, so it was unlikely his kids would grow up to be anything more than battlefield fodder.
But they would still possess the Saiyans' power, a transformation that was the key to their planetary devastation.
Big Monkey!
Under the light
Another
of
reason why I want to see the
Godzilla
Godzilla vs. Kong proper, not the movies, an actual death battle involving the lizard and the monkey.
Unstoppable Kaiju. Quick, someone call
That's at least one of my Godzilla matchups I
To maintain
want.
control over this berserker form, low-class warriors like Bardock don't
Ugh.
receive the same
The other-
training as those of higher birth.
EVA Unit 1.
Vegeta's control is so precise he can speak while changed, but Bardock cannot.
Hell, it's questionable if he even remembers everything that happens when he goes full tilt gorilla. The Saiyan strategy is pretty much just monkey see, monkey smash.
Despite being low-class, Bardock's power level nearly matched that of King Vegeta, who could destroy multiple planets at once. At about this time, King Vegeta's power level was around 10,000.
Yeah, we know power levels are kinda janky. Nobody can agree on what the number really means.
Outside of his fight with Gas, Bardock doesn't really show any high-end feats in canon, but we can use power levels to compare him to other characters with similar levels to better understand his potential.
Like when his son fought Prince Vegeta. What's the scouter say about his power level? It's over! 8,000. Yeah, the dub changed it to fit Vegeta's lip flaps, but we only cover the cold hard truth, damn it.
According to this movie pamphlet, Goku's power level
We're going back to that bullshit, aren't we?
was 10,000. This lines up with that previous reading
Ugh.
and puts him on par with Bardock. Goku's training during the
Fuckers.
trip eventually raised him to
here.
90,000 upon arrival, but
Come
this
here.
gives us a clear window.
Yeah, early in the trip, he had to dodge a bunch of
Come here.
incoming asteroids and blast his ship away
My
from
cat
the
is being
star,
stupid.
Which is impressive considering the speed involved.
The planet Namek is outside
Come
the
here.
squadron of the universe, and it took
Crazy
the ship
cat.
6 days to
Here.
make the journey.
Lay on my lap.
Being a quarter of the universe's
Sheesh.
diameter would put the ship over
I swear my cat is weird.
9 trillion times the speed of light.
And
Wow.
Goku would have had to keep
Yeah,
up with that
the cat invades the
Other
reaction.
stuff.
Makes sense.
Who would've thunk?
Our weaker characters could reach the moon in a fraction of a second. Should be trivial enough for
Mm-hmm.
All this speed and power meant when
One of the
Bardock-
strongest Saiyans of its time, held off an attack by 1,000 elite soldiers, conquered many planets including Casa, or whatever the fuck it said.
Annihilating its people
planet
until
Zero,
he
Death
found
Zero.
2 survivors, a mother and her child. Some may call it weakness, others a moment of clarity. But Bardock was suddenly reminded of his wife and recently born son. He chose to spare the two, and even
Isn't
pushed himself
Kakarot
far
Goku?
past his limits to protect
Yeah,
the
Kakarot is
Fusion
Goku.
Force allies, who
isn't
taunted
the
that
other one
Frieza had
Vegeta,
dire
or-
plans for the
If Vegeta's just
This
Vegeta.
moment changed Bardock, making him more
okay.
appreciative of
Yeah,
his
Go-
family and
Goku
conscious
got
of
his name changed because he hit his head
to Planet Vegeta for
on a rock, if I
mysterious
remember
reasons.
correctly,
Yeah,
and
but something was up. So before
Gohan
he
changed his name to
smashed
Goku.
through hundreds of soldiers before coming face to face
Incorrect.
with the tyrant, he sent his youngest kid away for protection. A
Yeah.
choice that allowed his son to thrive. And hey, that's what good parents do.
A choice that would have a greater significance than Bardock could ever imagine.
And then Dildo Dickhead blew them all up and he died. Or did he? Bardock got killed so freaking hard he got blasted back in time.
Actually, he was pulled away by these two who miscalculated and misplaced him incorrectly in the time stream.
Blah blah blah, non-canon, whatever. He survived. And when he realized what happened, he got so unbelievably pissed off, he went Super Saiyan. What?
Alright, this is very much an alternate universe what-if scenario, and it is jarring. But think about it. The Super Saiyan form is not achieved through training alone. It requires dedication, introspection, victory, failure, love, and loss. Frieza destroyed the Saiyans because he feared the possibility of the Super Saiyan, a Saiyan with power that could rival his own. But perhaps Bardock's transformation was more than simply a what-if. He had begun to take the very steps his son later would to achieve the form. Perhaps if Frieza had hesitated, even for a moment, his fear would have manifested before him right then and there.
Damn, pour one out for Bardock, who figured out how to be the truest Saiyan right at the end of it all. I know Kakarot would be proud.
Yeah, they at least referenced that.
Shout out to everyone who believed in us during our recent crowdfunding.
Congratulations, everyone, on the Kickstarter.
First ever sponsor for an independent death metal episode, Manscaped.
Manscaped's newest masterpiece is the Lawnmower
Sellout
5.0
time!
Ultra in forged gold.
Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, what did we all think this was going to win?
Tool for the golden era of
A lot of people thought it was Bardock. I still have high hope that it's Omni-Man, but eh.
to pick one up soon.
If you're
I could care less who wins as long as the question, did DevilArtemis cook?
Scraggle Wiz has.
I've seen his animations, I know how he cooks.
Ultra gold comes with two
Let's be
blades
real,
for
we're
any
not
occasion,
in it
a
for the,
trimmer
we're
and a
partially in it for the
foil,
fight, but we're
and
just
look
here
at
for the
it.
return of a
It's so
long-awaited
It's waterproof,
franchise.
of course, and the new
Oh yeah,
LED
we're
illuminates even
here for the
further
return to
spots.
Death Battle. Like, that's the main reason why I'm watching this. It's like, sure, I'm not cracked up about Omni-Man fighting Bardock, but still, as long as DevilArtemis knows how to cook, then by all means.
Plus free shipping with the code
And with
DEATHBATTLE at
Death Battle
manscaped.com.
rising
That's
from the
20%
grave,
off plus free
no
shipping
better
with the
time
code
than to make your
DEATHBATTLE at
prediction and
manscaped.com.
enjoy a little bit of
Manscaped
bloodshed.
for helping our fans and members support the channel. Seriously,
They are literally-
love by clicking the link below.
They were literally the incarnation of a phoenix.
We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle.
Oh my god, really?
They made him do the fucking
Alright.
let us begin.
So far, it looks like he cooked.
Great. Another gross bug planet.
The fact that they put that line...
Planet isn't anyone's to conquer.
The fact they put that line in the song... Because I actually heard the battle track earlier, and it was actually really good.
Ready? Fight!
Just like my son, sticking his nose in places he's not ready for.
My sons would kick his ass.
Are you sure about that?
It'll be an interesting fight if they ever do a crossover between them again.
Well, technically it's not Invincible, it's not Superman this time.
Mm-hmm. It would be actually a bit of a fair fight. Plus, Superman's just lame nowadays.
At least now with Goku vs. Superman 3, we finally get...
Whatever you are, you're an embarrassment.
Oh, there's the moon.
All blue moon.
The real power of a Saiyan.
For once, they actually included the Great Ape form.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Because I'm not. Over here. All over here. Lucky tail.
Shit.
He used his own tail against him.
Impressive. And there's a blue star. Right.
No. My sons need me. I won't let you take me from my
And he's gone, Super Saiyan.
Now, if they would have done the crossover comics as feats, as well as the Xenoverse shit, it would have been even more debatable. But it looks like he cooked. DevilArtemis cooked.
Yeah.
Your time!
You know that anime, I'll give him that, but it looks like Omni-Man's starting to bleed.
Ooh!
You said Saiyan. Remember it.
Okay, I don't.
Hold on.
Fuck.
Not over yet until they say the words. Hey!
Okay,
Hey!
these Gokus have got to stop picking fights with guys in capes.
Pitting Saiyan against Viltrumite is fascinating. Among the many similarities, 5
I am
specific
surprised he
categories
survived
stand out.
that
Starting
long.
with speed. Bardock is much faster, given his power level matched Goku dodging asteroids at 9.5 trillion times light speed, much higher than the Viltrumite's fastest speed. Add on the 50 times multiplier from Super Saiyan, and it's a huge difference.
Right, Bardock clearly has the speed advantage, but strength and durability are another story.
Though it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
it at first, Bardock scales to King
comes to
Veggie, who
strength,
writes
it's
3 planets
pretty
at once,
obvious,
and
too.
Omni-Man
As far as I'm aware, a lot of
given how big
the
that
comments of the fandoms are probably going to be at war with each other. For me, I could care less.
There's a catch. A major plot point in Invincible involves the
That's the neat
coalition
part.
of planets
You know.
admitting that their weapons cannot hurt.
Oh my god, that meme.
Oh, when their ship's cannon
They literally did
obliterated
the
this
boom
gigantic
literally-
solar
or Wiz
disk,
just
it
literally did-
highlighted just
that's-
how tough
there's a
the
cat
Viltrumites really
with
are.
This
That's
disk
the neat part,
completely
you
blocks
know?
the sunlight and heat between a planet and its star. And this is no ordinary planet. Its size and density are so high that its
Remember, the
inhabitants
death
are
battle
as
isn't
strong
over
as
until the word
Viltrumites
KO was
just due
said.
to living in its natural gravity. To fully block the light to such a planet and remain in consistent orbit, the disk would need to be positioned at its L1 point, the spot that creates an uninterrupted view between sun and satellite, and the disk itself must be about half the diameter of the star in question. This means the scaling of the disk puts it at 3
Yeah,
septillion.
apparently from what I heard, a lot of the Invincible fans were pissed off, and I was like,
1,000 times stronger
really?
than base Bardock.
Not even the great
You serious?
forms could make up
I-
the difference.
For me, I'm a guy that looks at things
Still, numbers aren't
from a different
everything.
angle.
As far as versatility and combat goes, neither had one
To me, as long as the fucking fight animation
Survives in space
is
for
good,
longer, but Bardock
what
barely squeaks
does it really matter the
thanks
research
to his ranged versatility with key attacks
and their
and,
reasoning?
of course,
Pretty
Super
much
Saiyan.
Okay, let's
As
address the Super Saiyan
Monster
Bardock.
Island Buddies once said, the answer is always the storyteller that's gonna make it the outcome. That's always the answer.
Nolan still takes this, especially when it comes to our last two categories.
Which in this case of DevilArtemis' animation and storytelling, it was Omni-Man that won.
Bardock, over 2,000 years, and even with Super Saiyan, Bardock's no master of the form.
And without that mastery, the form drains the user's energies at an increased rate. Which brings us to what may be Omni-Man's most surprising advantage.
Those weird smart atoms.
Saiyans like Bardock can fight for days on end, but only for so long. Bardock possesses a limited pool of ki, which only depletes faster when using super forms like the Great Ape. In contrast, Omni-Man's biology prevents him from tiring in most cases,
it was-
letting him travel
so it was
across
close.
galaxies for
Okay.
weeks
He has a
non-stop.
point.
And his smart atoms adjust to counter whatever physical strain he's subjected
It was
to.
close.
Bardock's crazy speed and power made him a real challenge.
But Nolan's strength, experience, and sheer endurance presented an unstoppable
And there's the
and
Kickstarters.
that would inevitably land the killing blow.
When
Apologies to apologies. Applause! I can't even English.
The winner is Omni-Man.
Next time on
All right.
Death Battle.
Joker and Jerna. Oh, let's go.
Gonna be interesting.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Did you tribute to the Kickstarter?
I wish I could have. I just didn't have the money.
You just watched it?
I just followed it and supported it in the best way I could by spreading it around. But also rematch poll Victor. I might as well get this out of the way since they didn't mention it here. Master Chief versus Doomslayer. Master Chief gonna die.
Oh, for sure. Especially with how tough Doom guys become over the years.
Yeah, and what did Master Chief get in Infinite? A grappling hook.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Meanwhile,
That's
Doom guy
it.
got a fucking. Meanwhile, the Doom Slayer got an entire plasma sword able to cut through stars, and a chunk of a orbital cannon that can destroy an entire galaxy in seconds.
And as of Doom the Dark Ages teaser, he can now pilot a mech, fly a dragon, and has weapons like a gun that can literally crush bone and turn into bullets.
Exactly. He's gonna. You go up to the top right above Flex versus Doom, please. I want to see what that is.
Yeah, it's Smitty, of course. But yeah,
But,
is
yeah,
this my
the
favorite
next-
episode for the
after,
of the Kickstarter matches? No, but it's a solid start. I will give it an 8. I will give this one an 8.
I'll give it a solid 8 for versatility and the grand return. But of course, some flaws. Like every death battle ever, there's always gonna be 1 or 2 flaws.
Yeah, and a lot of people said that Bardock would win. And apparently,
As long as he is.
from what I've
I
seen,
mean,
both Dragon Ball and Invincible fans are angry at the outcome.
I will say this now, I'm no anime guy. I don't know a whole lot about it. What I do know is that Bardock, as Boom or Wiz stated, he has a limited amount of his power source, that being Ki.
Now,
Without it,
now here's the thing about this. Like, when this episode was getting made, or the whole idea was to not include the crossover comics or the non-canon Super Dragon Ball Heroes or whatever. But honestly, I think they could have included that. Like, at this point, you might as well just include it, because it just feels empty without it. Sure,
and
sure, Spawn only appeared once. And that was it.
Still, and it probably would have been still a one-sided fight where Omni-Man would have kicked his ass.
Yeah, but it's a solid start. I mean, it's a solid start. So now, Joker versus Journo, they never gave us a date for it, so it'll probably be next month or something like that, so who the hell knows? But hey, I can't believe it, we're finally back! Hello everyone, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe or follow the red or purple platform of your choice, and continue my ventures in the Storm Garden as well as the Hedge Fleet. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see more videos, they'll be on the left and right of me. Till then, the Captain Hedge Fleet and the Storm Garden signing out. I'll see you in the next stream / video I do. Good day, people.